Good morning. First, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out on this fine day, Memorial Day. The only thing I want to say prior to it is there's a lot going on in our beloved country right now, not only in our country but the world because of this pandemic. But we are not going to let that sway from us honoring those men and women who have fallen. Okay, at this time, I would like to introduce our American Legion Post 301 Commander, Commander David Ewing.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'd like to take this time to thank all of you for taking time out of your day today to join with us in honoring those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. I would like to also take time to thank those who have currently served, have served, or anyone who has lost a loved one in service. It saddens my heart that our nation would come to a time where we are told we cannot honor these brave men and women who have sacrificed their lives for the very freedoms of the ones who are telling us we cannot honor these men and women today. To this day, many Americans still do not know the true meaning of Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Memorial Day is a national holiday set aside to honor military service members who died fighting in a war. Veterans Day is a day to thank all military service members. Memorial Day was founded May 5th, 1868, and was initially called Decoration Day because graves were decorated with flowers and flags. In 1971, Decoration Day became Memorial Day to put the emphasis on the fallen, not the graves. More than 1.1 million men and women have died in wartime throughout the span of our nation. More people were killed in World War II than the population living in the city of New Orleans. This, of course, does not take into account the number of wounded or those who went missing. That number is closer to 2.8 million men and women, which is slightly more than the population of the city of Chicago. These numbers should truly humble us, as they represent those individuals who were husbands, wives, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, and friends. These men and women wrote a blank check made payable to the United States of America for an amount up to and including their life. I, as well as many men and women here today, can comprehend what it is like to leave a loved one and go off to war. You watch them disappear out of your life and out of sight, not knowing if this will be the last time you will ever see them, hug them, or tell them you love them. This, unfortunately, is the reality of military service. And this is what we take to heart on this Memorial Day. Thankfully, we are able to be here today, largely thanks to those who have sacrificed their life. There are many ways that we can keep these fallen, as well as the injured and ill veterans in our prayers, in our minds, and in our hearts today and throughout the year. In appreciation of a veteran, you can drive him or her to a medical appointment, you can take them to the grocery store, you can befriend a veteran who lives alone, or a veteran living in a nursing facility, or even reaching out to that military member who has just left military service. Working together with friends, neighbors, veterans groups, and entire communities, we can ensure that the sacrifices made by our nation's bravest and finest will never go unappreciated, unsupported, and that their memories are never forgotten. I would now like to remember these men and women with a moment of silence, followed by a 21-gun salute and the playing of taps. Let us now bow our heads for a moment of silence. Thank you. If there is anybody here who would like to lay a wreath at this time, please do so. We will now have the 21 gun salute, followed by the playing of taps. All military personnel and those in uniform are asked to please render the proper hand salute. All others are asked to place your right hand over your heart. Again, I want to thank you for joining in today's tribute. I hope you keep our military men and women and the sacrifices they made close to your heart today, tomorrow, and always. May God bless them, may God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Austintown Township trustees. They would like to make a few remarks.
First, I want to congratulate the American Legion for coming up with a ceremony that has been going on for years in Austintown. Unfortunately, we couldn't have the big parade, but they found a way to honor those people who have given their lives from the Revolutionary War to now for us in America. Austintown is so proud of all the veterans. This is a veterans town. We are so proud of you. I, as a trustee, am so excited to be here. Because of you, I never had to serve. I was too old for one and too young for the other. But the fact remains that I am so proud of all of you for what you did for us. And I would like now, if you would not mind, to do something that we sort of forgot, but like to do now, and that's the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May I introduce our new trustee, Steve Kent, who would like to speak with you also.
Good morning, and thank you again for coming out today. It's a wonderful day. American Legion did a great job. This day brings a lot of memories to everybody that lost somebody in war or in time of service. Just want to thank them for what we have today and our freedom that we have today. Thank you.
I've got to say this. Commander Ewing and our liaison with the American Legion with the Township, Sam SWOGGER, thank you both for an outstanding ceremony.
Yeah, I'm just back up here, do some thanks. I'd like to thank, first of all, Falcon Media and Gina and Dan Clark. Anytime we need these folks from the high school, they're there. Anytime we want to do a program on now it's media, Falcon, but it used to be ACTV, but we're always there, and they do an outstanding job, not only in the community, but with our children at the high school level. So thank you. Our veterans groups here, Catholic War Vets, Marine Corps League, some of the folks from Marine Corps League, the other American Legion, our sister post up here at the VFW in Austintown. Every year we ask these folks to come out. As Dave said, and Mr. CARANO, it's a shame we couldn't have the parade, but that's part of life. You know, things happen and you have to adjust, and I think we did. I know we're more than 10 people here, but hey, what are they going to give me, 5 years? But you know, it is what it is, and we're not going to forget our men and women who serve this country. We never will, and that's just the way it is. I'd also like to thank the trustees anytime we need them, and all the other departments, the park department, road department, for taking care of the places. Austintown PD, Austintown Fire Department. Without them, we could never have a Memorial Day parade or function. They're as upset as we are that we couldn't hold it, because it's pride here in Austintown to do this. And but I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, and thank you very much. God bless all of you. You have a great and sunny day, and go home, take care of your families, get your mask on, and we'll see you next year. And a reminder, 4th of July is in September this year, so but we will see you, and thank you very much for coming out. And to all our veterans, thank them. If you see any walking around, thank them, and visit the cemeteries for your loved ones, and God bless you all. Thank you.
In association with Austintown Local Schools and Austintown Township.